Okay, IPO update, guys. Before we get started, come over to ZTRADEZ.net, check out the terms and conditions page. If you don't agree to it, do not watch this video. If you do agree to it, feel free to watch this video, as well as the newsletter and community, which are in the description of this video below. Let's go ahead and get started here. So I'm very frustrated, guys. Look at my track record. Those of you that have been in Z Trades a long time, you all know my track record. I don't have to go through and show it on this video. You YouTubers don't that are seeing this for the first time. Look at ARM. Remember MEGL? It ran like 2,400%. It started out at like $4 and it went to like 150. That was a long time ago on Webull. ARM, Airbnb, Coinbase, Snowflake, Reddit recently. Instacart still ran with warrants. What else? Reddit did so well. Circle, I feel like set it all off. After Circle, everyone's like, it's time to IPO. This is, I bet you why Jim and I did it. We got this at $37, guys, and it ran. Let me get off a dumb 1 minute. Let me come over here to like a daily. $37, and in 1, 2, 3 days it was at 139. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days we're at 300 from 37. Do you know how many times I turned your money over? And they gave me all the shares that I wanted to be allocated. Those of you that are watching the watch list last week, and remember I call that hammer right here? There was the confirmation, and that explosion right there, that would have shaken everybody out. But that explosion right there was amazing. This is what set everything off. What followed it? BLSH. I got all the shares that I wanted. Every share that I wanted, they gave it to me. We got assigned in the 30s. The thing shot up to 118. Right? That looks bad right there. But in the 30s to 118. So I was like, why didn't I throw like 50 to 100K at this? It's not going to open up lower. It could, but it's not going to open up lower. Chances of that are very slim. And if it is, I may lose like, what, 10%? I can eat that. I'll live, right? What's Gemini, Gemi? Yeah, I'm new to searching this ticker. Gemini space. Messaging the famous Mr. M here. So Gemini didn't do bad, guys. We were assigned at, what was it, 28? And it shot up to 45. That's not bad. That's not bad. Why I think this did better than the other ones is it was decently priced. It was priced low because their financials are not good. You all remember the FTX collapse? I was in Anchor Protocol. Who knows about that? 20% APY on your stable coin. I was like, nah, there's something's going to happen here. And I got out. Right after I got out, it collapsed. That sent UST into collapsing. I had 12K in that stable coin. I got hit. Got out at like 93 cents and it went to zero. Then followed, what was that one in the UK? I forget it, but that there was a crypto lending service in the UK that when you invested in BlockFi, it went to them. And I was like, well, I better get my money out of there. And then BlockFi, I got my money out of BlockFi. Like right after I was exiting everything on all the lending apps, everything collapsed. And Jim and I got hit, but they're still in business. But one of the reasons they IPO'd is to raise money, I think, to pay off some of their debt. They took out heavy high interest loans to pay their to pay the people back that lost money, or to be able to continue to pay the people back. I think they ended the lending thing. I haven't been on there since all that happened, but it did very well. 28 to 45. That's a decent return. Klarna didn't do so well because their financials were better, so it was priced higher. Now we got StubHub coming out. You know, I had a lot of hope for Figure. I'm going to go into my frustrations and my plan. Oh, Figure. This thing came out at like 32 and it shot up to 37. They only gave me one share, so I'm not going to take an IPO ban thing. I'm okay on that. I'd went heavy, guys. 100. I don't know how much. I didn't do the math. because it was on multiple brokers and I was editing my requests. I originally knew what it was. It was in the 90s and it was over 100 after that. I think at the highest it was 140. But they kept rejecting everything that I kept getting one share. I'm not going to be on Fidelity or Robinhood anymore. The money, in fact, has got to come out today on Robinhood. I'm done. Robinhood's a great broker, and it serves its purpose. User interface is fantastic. There's a 1, 2, 3 with a hammer here. This may go. This is, a Swiss company. I like this company. They're, some of their loans are 0% interest up to a certain point. What was it? 30, 40 was the allocation, and it went to 57. That's not bad. That's not bad if you got a lot. But I'm used to Circle going to freaking 300 after getting assigned at 37, or Reddit or ARM. I mean, those did a lot better. And now the IPOs are all diluted. I'm going to wait for something good to come out. We got Netscope coming. Netscope is coming, the dumb e-commerce thing. I'm not even going to look into it. I really don't care what they do. I had brushed over it for a second, and their website looked like it was made on Fiverr, and I saw e-commerce, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm all right. Netscope's got a bunch of debt, and they have a bunch of competitors. Stub could possibly do well. In fact, maybe I should just, if I still have time, go ahead and just try it, right? Let me go ahead and get in here. I still have time to get in. This thing comes out when? The 17th, that's in 3 days. I'll go ahead and try this one more time. So I'll put a big request in here and see what I can do. Netscope's coming. Here's the plan. I want SpaceX, Databricks. I want companies that are doing stuff. Turo's going to go because of the name. I want Scale AI, XAI, Cebris Systems that's competing with NVIDIA. I don't think they're going to win. They've got some debt, but they got a lot of, Sam Altman's behind them. Dubai is a huge investor. Anthropic, Perplexity, Ripple, XRP, the company where you actually get money from it, not the coin that's just like a fan coin. It's like if I made a ZTRADEZ coin on Pump Fund. What does that do? Like, if we make money, like we make good trades, does that equal the coin goes? Maybe hype. I don't know. I know how XRP is somewhat connected, but the owners are dumping it again. They do this every crypto cycle. They hype it up, and everyone's like, "Do you know about XRP? 10,000. Here we come." I mean, look at the math. And it's like, bro, I've been through this so many times. Sure, XRP is going to do well, and things are happening big time. They're happening big time. But I'm not going to just have you seen the chart on it here? I'm not going to just get in here. We're getting a little bit off topic. We're going to go back. But I'm talking about companies that are solid that I want to get, that I'm looking at. This thing just went up from 51 to 3. I'm going to get in here. I'm okay. Companies that are going to stick around. Discord is coming. I'm in on the private markets. I can just hop over all this allocation nonsense by getting in on the private markets. Reddit, we got a sign in the low 30s at 32, and that day it shot up to 74. I think it may have been 80. But I mean, look at the run after that. My goodness. Reddit has the user base. Webull had to come in through a SPAC, I'm pretty sure is what they did. They didn't IPO. I'm not sure on that. So solid companies, there's a lot to come. Discord is going to happen, I think, next year. Databricks could happen this year. I will really go in on that. That's a company that you want, not a lot of competition, well-known, good financials, and why are they IPOing? Is it like Krispy Kreme? I forget their ticker because they were like trying to save the company to, go public, and then they just dilute it into oblivion and they roast investors' bread so that they can pay off their debt, So, the main thing here is it a known company? Imagine if Coinbase was going to come out right now. Even if they had a lot of debt. I mean, look at Gemini. Gemini did the best, and their financials weren't necessarily the best. They've got competitors, and they have some They have some debt. They have some debt. So does it come with warrants? Is it a known company? What sector is it in? Fundamentals, their financials. Their financials. I need to see, are they growing in a good way? Not just user base, are they growing? So yeah, anyways. I'm gonna switch brokers. For IPOs. I'll give out the main broker I'm gonna go to in the ZTRADEZ chat. But one of them is E-Trade. Okay. I called around, I did a lot of research. The stipulations to get into Merrill Edge is serious, and you can get into Morgan Stanley with their private clients. You know, when I hear that, I'm like, okay, so there's a minimum investment. How much is it? Is it 100? Is it 1M? You know, I have to find that out. But there's a way to get into Merrill as well as Morgan Stanley, and you can probably get allocated a decent amount. Schwab never has anything. You know, it's a massive broker. They have nothing. Apparently, you can get them on Interactive Brokers. You can get them on Interactive, and then Webull, you get allocated a little bit. So I'd like to see some more brokers coming out with stuff. Fidelity's usually good, but they haven't been good. But if you flip more than 3 times, that's a lifetime ban. So it's got to be worth it if I'm going to do that. If it's going to be an investment, then I can just go light. If it's going to be investment, it can't be hype, and the fundamentals have to match up, which means Databricks, SpaceX, all the things Perplexity, Anthropic, Scale AI, XAI, Grok, which is not Grok as in Elon's company. You know, all those companies, blockchain, AI, that's what I want. Software, tech, software, you know, whether it's hardware that has to do with AI and all that. And here's the bubble that's going to come that hasn't started: robotics. That's coming, AI robotics. I'm seeing on the private market things are starting to pick up. That will be a bubble in the future. You know, we had marijuana, we had EV, solar, quantum, NFTs. There were stocks that were doing NFTs. If you remember PLBY during COVID, all the pharma companies during COVID, somewhat of a bubble. There's somewhat of an AI bubble right now. We're on the front end still of AI and quantum bubbles, but robotics will be there. So I'm very frustrated. I didn't get any sleep. I got sick, actually. I was sick all yesterday and Friday because I had to stay up on Fidelity. You have to stay up till they have a window after you apply to be in it. You have to confirm, and you can't confirm, I'm on Eastern, until 11 o'clock to 11:45, and there's a 15-minute window, and then at midnight it closes. So I'm over here doing this back-to-back. I go to bed early, and I'm up at like 5 or 6. I'm getting less and less sleep, and I got allocated air, just air, last week. I'm not very happy. I also didn't get clapped. I'm green. I made a decent amount on what I did get allocated on. I'm still in it because I'm not going to take the flip ban. I'll go in on Stub. I just need to look at their Netscope's coming as well. There are too many competitors. Stub has some hype around it, so I'll dance. After that, money's out of Robinhood. E-Trade's one of the ones that I'm going to go into. So just be on the lookout. Databricks. And consider the private markets. That'll be another video. And if you guys want to learn how to do that and me to hold your hand on how you would do that and where you can do that, I can hold your hand on where you can do that. You can join the community in the description below. If you like this content, make sure to like, comment, and follow for more.